Hi, thanks for joining me. Today we're going to make this pretty card. I've used PinkFresh Studios Floral Trio. I know in the video I keep saying Pretty Blossom. It's not Pretty Blossoms, it's Floral Trio. We're also going to take a look at Altenew's beautiful watercolours. I use those. Sorry. The blush ink pad. Hero Art's rose gold embossing powder. And some ink blending in the background. So stick around and see how I made this. And if you like this video, be sure to like and subscribe. And leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. Thanks for tuning in. I've stamped this gorgeous stamp from PinkFresh called Pretty Blossoms out in a clear embossing pad, and then I embossed it in Hero Art's embossing powder. This one's called Rose Gold. Okay, so we're going to do some watercolouring. I'm going to use Altenew's beautiful watercolour set, and we'll see how we go. Alright, just got a cup of water here, and I'm going to choose my colour. I think I might try Tea Party. Looks like it's a pretty colour. I don't want any incredible shading on this. I just want it to be very loose and sort of fun. I've stamped this out using Tim Holtz's watercolour paper. I think that it's nice because it's got one side is smooth and the other side is rough, so I stamped on the rough side. I think it's really nice just to use what you've got. Try different techniques like this, and you don't have to use all the new fancy supplies. This has been out for a while. I'm going to go in with a yellow now. I might mix a little bit of the yellow and orange together, just for the centres of the flowers. I think that looks lovely. I've missed some petals down here, so I'll colour these in now. There's a bit of light and shade. Just got a delivery. Some more craft supplies, so if you can hear something, that's probably it. Okay. We might do the blossoms now. I'm trying to decide what colour. Might do a very light yellow for these little ones over here, just a little bit of colour. They look a bit baby breathish to me, but I think if I left them white, it wouldn't look quite right, so. Pop on a bit of colour in the leaves. I really don't want these to look too perfect. I want it to look like loose watercolours. I think it's looking very, very pretty. Might add a touch of darker green. The great thing about embossing prior to watercolour is it acts as a bit of a well for your colours, so the colours stay where you want them to. I mean, really, you could go as detailed or as loose as you want. Okay, I'm going to let that dry, feed my kids some lunch, and I'll be back. Okay, so I'm back. While I was gone, I have die cut it out and popped another layer of cardstock underneath it. I think it looks quite pretty. You can see some light. I might just turn my light on. There we go. This is quite pretty. I've also stamped and embossed this in the same rose gold Hero Arts embossing powder. I think it's quite nice. And I thought for the background of this, we're going to keep it quite simple, and we might just do some ink blending in the middle and just have it light on the outside. I'm just going in with blush from Altenew. It's a soft, nice soft pink. This will just break up the pink. I mean, not break up the pink, it'll break up the white, add a bit of a spotlight behind the flowers. I thought of putting a cover plate behind it. I tried it and I just thought it was just too much. Sometimes simple's best. We're just smoothly going in, just bringing it out. So it's barely there. I'm gonna get a bit more ink down there. Just build it up. This is such a wet summer here in Australia. It's been raining so much. It's a dreary old day out there. Oh, I see. I think that's so pretty. just enough just so that you can see that there's some colour behind it. Pop a little bit up the top. Okay, so we'll just glue this on. Try and work out where it looks nicest, and I think that's sweet. You'll see I had to tear it, put it on a card base, and I hated it. So I've torn it off. I'm going to pop it on this one instead. Nobody will know, just can be our secret. Just pop the lid on the glue. I love this Belly Arts glue. I think it's fantastic. Gives you some wiggle room. But when it does dry, it grips on quite firmly. So that's simple, but it really lets the flowers shine. And then this on top. Sorry, my phone rang. We'll stick this on and we'll be finished. It's quite a simple card in the end, but I think sometimes simple can work really nicely. Pop this on. And that's the card. I think it's quite lovely with that little bit of shimmer from the embossing and the embossing down here. Thanks for joining me. If you found this video, if you got anything out of it, just make sure you like, leave me a comment and subscribe. Oh, I'm going to pop some bling on it. I think it needs some bling. I wasn't going to put some on, but it's like it needs something. You know, when you're making something and it looks good, but just needs something just to finish it off. That's what I thought this needed. There we go. All finished. I like this now. Thanks for joining me.